I brought my boys with me. Say what up to Tata. You still sipping my top. Sitting court.
What's up, bros? What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to a very special gig log. We're going vintage DJ Barr today because we are back in Hoboken, New Jersey, overseeing the capital of the world, New York City, because today we're doing a wedding, and we're doing a wedding on a boat. And this is classic DJ Barr because I am here solo. I'm working solo. The couple found me on the internet somehow. They were like, hey, we need a Spanish guy and we need a guy that has experience working on boats. And I'm like, huh, I think I'm your guy, because I've done a gig here, and I don't remember if this was the exact boat that I did a party on, but I've done multiple boat parties. I usually try to stay away from them because, as many of you guys know, I am prone to seasickness. So I did pop some Dramamine to make sure that I don't throw up or anything. And we're gonna be on this boat right here. Now, there's a lot of pros and cons when it comes to actually working on a boat. Main con is that you gotta freaking haul equipment a really long way. Now, I actually spoke to one of my buddies, and he told me, he was like, hey, we DJ on that boat, so you can use our equipment. So I can use some equipment that's on the boat, which is awesome. However, I still gotta bring a bunch of shit. I'm talking cables, I'm talking tripods, you know, just a bunch of regular stuff. So that makes things a little bit rough. So right now, I'm walking back to get my stuff. This is the view right here. It's so awesome, such an awesome view, and it's such a beautiful day out today. And I am so illegally parked. Hopefully I don't get a ticket. Uh-oh, I see some people over by my truck. Looks like this guy's about to park here illegally too. This is a handicap parking spot, but basically I gotta bring my stuff from there around here, loop around this fence, and then all the way down, and we're the second boat over there. Now, I don't expect it to be a rager today. Usually these boat parties are a little bit more chill, laid back. There's only about 50 guests tonight, and the couple is an older couple, and they just told me to do my thing. They're not really too crazy about choosing every single song, so they were just like, hey, here's our first dance, here's our entrance song, and you figure out the rest. Let me unload right now. This is what we got. Seems like a lot of stuff, but I'm actually not taking that much because, like I said, we do have speakers already on the boat, and we can tap into their house system. So no need for speakers today. So let me grab a tripod, set you guys up on that, and then we'll get going. That's pretty much it. Took 7 minutes. Let me show you guys what we got. So today they told me I was gonna need multiple speakers. I'm hoping this will do. As you guys can see there's multiple decks, and we're gonna be using every single one of them. So the middle floor, that's gonna be where the dance floor is / the cocktail hour. Top deck, that's where they're gonna be married, and the bottom deck, that's the dining room. So it's a little bit tough. So I already have 2 speakers in there that I'm gonna be using. Basically that's their house system. I also have some speakers in there from the house DJ that they use here on a regular basis. They do like dinner cruises for people in New York there. So we're gonna be using his speaker. He's got some QSCs in there. And then for my stuff, I'm going to be bringing the Bose S1, which is this one right here, and I have the Maui system, which is the one I'll be using for ceremony. I'm hoping to repurpose the ceremony one for dinner room. I was told that the dinner music can be fed through the house system, but he said it's not very loud. It doesn't sound very good. So hopefully this will manage. I don't need it to be too loud during dinner. And now it's the fun part. I gotta haul this thing all the way around. And then I have to rush back to go park this thing because I'm illegally parked. Last time I did a boat party, actually that wasn't the last time I did a boat party, but the last time I made a gig log on a boat party was for this company called Simply DJs, and we were actually on this boat. It was I believe a 40th birthday party, and this is the Sundancer. And I remember we were right there on that little back corner there, and that's where we DJ'd at last time. This is a bit of a bigger boat, and yeah, that's the old boat I was on. Funny. Experienced one of my first cons of owning a van. I am currently trying to find parking. I got everything inside the boat, and man, it is so difficult trying to park this thing, especially in big urban places like Hoboken. This is a decent sized city. It's not a crazy large city, but Man, parking is difficult. There is a parking lot that you can pay to get into. However, this truck is too high. And trying to find street parking, it's not looking so good. And I have just killed the last 15 minutes driving around Hoboken trying to find parking. I'm currently about a mile away from the boat and still do not have any parking. So this really blows.
I didn't think it was physically possible, but this both sucks and blows.
I'm gonna give you guys a couple of pro tips. Started out with that drama mean. Now I'm gonna give you another pro tip. Make sure you scout. Now I've been here before and I remember I did have issues parking. I think I even mentioned it in the vlog last time. It was a bit of a haul. But yeah, you always want to allocate time. I should be good with time for the time being, but you always want to allocate time for finding parking, especially when you're in a big city like Hoboken, or if you're at a marina. Sometimes they're not too friendly to commercial vehicles, so you always gotta keep that in the back of your head. Sometimes that does prove to be a little bit difficult. This is where I try to park, and you guys can see 6'8". I am 7'3". God dang, I hate it. Oh man, this is such a pain. So here's another pro tip for you. Always know the height of your vehicle. You don't want to be like that one bridge, I think it's in North Carolina, that freaking decapitates all the trucks. End up like that. So always know the height of your vehicle, especially when you do what we do, especially if you guys have trailers. But trailers, don't have a trailer. Trailers suck. Just get yourself a van. This is the first time though I've had a hard time finding parking. I knew I was gonna run into this eventually, but man, this is a bit of a toughie. I'm thinking I should have just kept my handicap parking spot and taken that ticket.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I found parking. Might run into an issue tonight. It says regulatory parking Monday through Friday, the 20th through the 24th. Today's the 24th, and it expires at 6 p.m. It's now 5:15, so I'm hoping I don't get a ticket in the next 45 minutes. I was trying to think of what's better, getting a boot on your car or getting it towed. God, I hope I don't get towed. That would suck ass. Back in the boat. It's time to set up. The windows have been rolled, and this is it. Now another pro tip, when you guys are DJing on boats, you want to have a nice steady base. So tripods, try to avoid them if you can. Yeah, usually I recommend wedging these bad boys. Like you see, these are meant to be wedged, so you can also wedge these to the ground. If you are persistent on using tripods, I recommend that you keep them low to the ground. Don't go too high, because a sharp turn will flip these bad boys over. And trust me, I learned that the hard way. Also, whenever you're doing boats, facades, no good. So recommend getting yourself scrim. So I brought my table scrim today to scrim up the table that they have given me. So I have an additional speaker here, which is gonna be our monitor, which we'll edge right back here. And that should do it. So this is gonna be my little area to set up. Everything's gonna be nice out in the open. And yeah, let's get to it. Let's start it up. Okay, had to put a mask on out of courtesy to all the guests. They're all wearing masks, so I will be too. So I'm pretty much all set up, ready to rock and roll. This is our console right here, DJ 1000, and then we got the speaker. Again, whenever you're on a boat, want to have a heavy base, or you want to make sure you extend your tripod legs as far out as you can, and make sure you keep it as low to the ground as you can. We do have a nice space today because we do have the sub. We're just going to be rocking with one. Like I mentioned, only about 50 to 60 guests today, so nothing crazy. And then over here I have my monitor. I did bring my 8 labs to light this place up a little bit. I just don't know where I'm going to be placing them. We'll see a little bit later on. Alright guys, the guests are starting to arrive. This is what we got going on. So we technically have 3 different setups today because aside from this one here, we're also piping up sound upstairs, and we're piping down sound downstairs where the dining room area is going to be. So if you see here, there's a little cable here, it runs up through there, and then I don't know if you guys can see it, I plugged in a little XLR, and that's piping into the entire boat. Now, if I come upstairs, I can show you guys kind of what we got going on. This is our Maui system over here. Got the Maui 5 Go with the Bose, and we got a little microphone there. Look at this view. Wow. Incredible. That's very nice. Since people aren't allowed down here in the dining room area yet, I took the speaker from the ceremony, the Maui, and I brought it down here because it's got a little bit more punch than the Bose. Now the top deck where we just had the ceremony, that's going to be more or less a lounge deck, so we don't need the music blasting up there, so we're just going to play a little bit of light background music up there. So aside from that, we're pretty much good to go.
It's a great pleasure this evening tonight to introduce to you your brand new Mr. and Mrs. Reggie Doom. One more time, I don't think these two can hear you. Somebody make some noise. Esa bulla que se escuche más fuerte esa bulla. Your bride and groom are about to share their very first dance. Los novios van a compartir su primer baile como marido y mujer. And of course, they've chosen a wonderful song to share together. It's by Michael Bublé, and it's entitled Sway. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Dama y caballero, que se escucha esa bulla. One more time, give it up for your bride and groom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once more, we'd like to officially welcome you to our celebration. Dama y caballeros, una vez más, le queremos dar las bienvenidas a nuestra celebración. At this time, I'd like to officially welcome you to enjoy our dinner service. En ese momento los queremos invitar que por favor pasen abajo a disfrutar de nuestra cena esta noche. Right now, I'm gonna kindly ask you please start making your way down to the lower deck as we prepare for our dinner service.
Alright, we are making progress. It was a bit of a hectic couple of segments. I took care of the ceremony, and then I had to break ceremony down, bring it downstairs for the dinner. So right now, I just got through introductions. Cocktail hour was performed by the saxophonist, but I was doing so much stuff in between that I didn't even feel like we had a cocktail. It just felt like I was working.
Hey, I gotta see everybody's hands up for the bride and groom. Hands up, hands up. Now jump around. Friday night on the boat, baby, let's go. It's Friday night, come on. Some of y'all not get with this, and some of y'all won't, but listen. Let me clear my throat. Oh! All my party people, put your hands up. Come on.
Top knot, let me holler, bend it over, whip it out, show them.
Rich 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type. That's my type.
Somebody jump with me. Come on. Somebody make some noise for Reggie and Marjorie out there. Somebody make some noise. Let me hear that. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Everybody! shorty with the braids.
We stay lit, all that. Little baby, what you call that? Yeah. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but it ain't one. I got the rap patrol on the control.
I don't know. Let's go. What you know about me? What you know about me?
Put your right hand up, put your left hand up, put your right hand up. Yeah, man, it's whatever, whatever.
Are you ready? Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Are you ready for it? I don't want my boss to see so white again. Don't want to end up on QTV so white again.
What a man gotta do, what a man gotta do.
What I tell you girls in my youthful days, I never loved them. Teacher makes me remember that baby banging on the bathroom door. How could I forget that
In a city that doesn't sleep. And find
Alright, everybody, we're here with Reggie. He just got married here in Hoboken on the cornucopia. How was it, Reggie? Thank you so much for having me.
It was absolutely fabulous. So one of the things that was so incredible that I needed to do in New York that I did not know, I am recently from Dallas, Texas. So I needed a DJ, I needed an MC who was diverse not only in Latin, but also in my culture as well. What I found when I got online, there was this company called Barr Entertainment. Don't know him, never met him. I'm new to the city. He had his whole resume there, and I thought, this person may work. I looked at all other companies, but what I found was this person was not only what he said in his website, but when he came and did this event, it was, for me, epic. He embraced my new Latino family.
Oh,
Not only did he do that, he embraced us with his music, his emceeing. This person, I don't know what y'all want, but I think he's off the chain. Barr Entertainment.
Reggie, thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you so much for having me. All right, just wrapped up the wedding. It was super hectic on my end, but we pulled through. Now I'm taking this 1 mile walk back to my car, and then I'm gonna load up. So a little bit about this wedding. They found me super last minute. I don't know how they found me, but somehow they did. They were looking for a bilingual DJ and MC. I guess Google did their thing. I don't know how Google does that, but somehow people are always able to find me when they type in bilingual DJ or MC. I always seem to pop up. That's how he found me, all the way from Texas. And he was coming to get married here. His fiance was from here, now wife. And they chose me for the wedding. That was a bit of a different testimonial because he kind of broke down. I was, you know, super humbled, super blessed that, you know, he chose me. And it was a great wedding. You know, they were an older couple, as you guys can see, but their crowd was surprisingly very young. It was a small crowd. I want to say there was about 50 people there, and solid dance floor all night. A couple more tips and tricks when you are doing events like this. You got to kind of work it like a club. So you got to build the night. There's no pulling any games like, you know, everybody come out, grab somebody you love, whatever. You know, some of the tricks that you generally do at weddings, because people are scattered. People are upstairs, downstairs. So you got to just kind of do your thing and slowly build, slowly build, slowly build. I started with Spanish music, and then I started working my way up to some hip hop, and then I ended with some soca, which was funny. And then obviously I closed it out with like some new Drake. I had a solid dance floor the entire night. It was a lot of on and off, but it was fun. The time just flew by. Now moment of truth, time to see if I got towed. My car's still there, thank God. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey. You know, it's a bit of a different gig log, but I know a lot of you guys wanted to see this. I want to share with you guys some tips, some tricks when DJing on a boat. Always pack your Dramamine. Always make sure to keep your speakers low, and make sure you build. You work it like a club. Bros, please like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new around here, and don't forget to turn on that bell so that you can be notified next time we do another boat gig log. Signing off from Hoboken, across from the capital of the world, New York City, DJ Barr. Stay awesome, bros. Peace.